heard it.
That's an action.
That was an action. I heard it.
Welcome, everyone. And this is hopefully one of many tech talks with Elite Home Entertainment. I'm Terry Bettis. I'm the owner of the company. I've been doing this for about 23 years and came up with this idea a little while back. I actually built this room about a year ago and finally trying to get to it and trying to create something that we can give back to the community with both tech talk of product and go over, you know, how-tos and everything else, and then also bring small businesses into the podcast studio, and we can kind of go through what they do and how tech helps their business grow. So hopefully there's going to be a lot to this, and I'll let Joe and Tony introduce themselves, tell them a little bit about yourself. And Joe, go ahead if you want to go ahead and tell yourself.
Sure. I'm Joe Marslek. I've been with the company now since, I think, August 14th will be my year. I've had about 24 years in the tech industry, installing and selling various different tech. I think I worked with Terry early on. I started out in car install, had a competition car, stuff like that, and then kind of moved on to home theater when I got tired of contorting in those small spaces. Got a good funny story. I'm going to save this funny story for a later date.
Are you talking about the hood?
Yeah, no, I don't want to give too much away. This might be a drawback to get people to come back to this.
I don't know if we want to bring that up.
But this is a good story. So
This was before he was good at
believe it or
installing.
not, a lot of people are like, "Holy shit! How the hell did he even get into your company after that?"
Yeah.
No, it's a great story. But I'll hold off on that story for a later date, just
Please,
so we can draw some people in. But I think it's a good story to touch on.
Yeah.
It's a good story about how we're all human.
Yeah. No, I loved
And
how
lucky
you
to be
waited.
alive.
You waited till after you were hired, and you're like, "Hey, by the way, did you remember?"
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, we'll go into the story later. But I've been here for a while. Learning a lot of new stuff, having a lot of fun. And trying to get my install on.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm Tony Schulfarth. I've been here, I don't know, just over 90 days now.
98 fiance.
Something
Are
like
you
that.
Are you gonna stick with it?
Yeah, I think I will. I think we're getting married.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Never mind.
Someone didn't tell them. No,
I guess we're not getting married.
Apparently, the papers are already in the mail.
Installing, been doing that for 11 years, I think now. So it's been a while. Technology's been around my whole life. So I don't know. I guess I'm fun. I don't know. Not really.
that is kind of fascinating, though. You got to think between probably just there's a guy behind the camera that you don't see, but between all of us, we probably got about 60 years experience totally. That's a lot of experience.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been there from the very beginning. Selling and installing rear projection TVs to the first plasmas to now some of the thinnest TVs on the market. So it's I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you were around when the Pioneer,
CDs.
Yeah, well, CDs
were very prevalent when I was
yeah.
when I first got my job at Best Buy.
Were
CDs were still being sold.
Were you installing with the CRTs? Were you doing that?
Yeah. We and nothing sucked more than having to carry a 300-400 pound TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only did I get to install them, but like 6-7 years later, I got to remove them all.
Yeah, those were the removals. I was through that phase. So I started my career out as a salesperson through a company called Tweeter, and I didn't have to deal with that side of it. Although, funny story, in our store one time, we had a guy come in and he tried to steal a CRT TV.
I'm gonna run out with it.
He was hopped up on something. That guy was waving around the CRT because we were like, hey.
You just give it to him at that point.
Yeah,
Look, you want it
we
that
told
bad.
him. And the best part was he ran out the door, threw it in the back of a pickup truck, and you could just hear the tube smash. It was crazy.
Because I actually had a 32-inch TV that fell out of my dad's moving truck, screen first, hit the ground, got like 3 scrapes on it. I used that through my whole childhood.
No, usually they're pretty tough. It takes a lot.
No, and it doesn't take that much. My first favorite TV was it was one of those flat CRTs.
Yep.
The wide
Sony's.
one, Samsung.
Samsung.
Had that nice little chime when you turn it on, turn it off. It was all black, beautiful. It was like a wide screen, but it wasn't like, CRTs when they first came out were like standard definition, and then they had like that boost up. What was it, like ESD or something? It was just like slightly better definition. I don't even know. It wasn't high definition by any means, but no. I had that TV and I loved it, and it moved with me for so long until my now wife dumped a single glass of lemonade down the back of it, and it fried the whole thing.
Thank
One like half glass of lemonade, and it was gone
Too
forever.
much.
it only takes a little bit of liquid.
Yeah.
It was a really cool TV though.
I used to
Black, and
love
it
the
was nice.
sound it used to make when you turned them on and
Yeah,
off.
it had that like. Oh, this one had like that.
Yeah.
It was almost like that chime though. This one had a chime built into it, so I think it was
Oh.
like a Mario
Maybe,
chime in
maybe
it.
they covered up the sound.
Yeah,
like you
that
didn't hear
big
it.
click sound.
Yeah.
of
It was
the
a great.
power
That was a
clicking
great
on.
TV. It was.
Yeah. Those things were what 250,
remember.
300 pounds.
It was
Yes.
heavy.
Yeah.
Turn that
Could you
down.
imagine doing that now? Like at this age?
No,
Yeah.
I could not.
I had to have a TV stand for that.
Yeah. No.
I don't have room for TV stands
What are
anymore.
you talking about? TVs, old TVs became TV stands.
They did. They did.
Yeah, I remember the Pioneer Elites. I sold one of those. Those things were for a 60-inch TV were $20,000.
What?
Yeah, and they had the separate. They had the
Yeah.
separate brains with the
Yep,
data
the
cable that run.
E-box.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing was a
yeah,
pain in
yeah.
the ass.
That-
Taking
20
plenty of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, $20,000. I
Yeah,
had
they were
one.
expensive. I
Yeah,
remember.
I had one for a while myself, and then I updated to the Curo, which that was that one held up for a long time compared to most sets. The Curo, yeah, it was Elite Curo, Kuro. It was their top of the line cereal. I think in Japanese or Chinese, Curo means like black,
Okay.
like because it had the blackest blacks. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but I remember it was the blacks and the whites and the reds were like insane on it.
I did a job where I had to do a haul away on a 60-inch Pioneer Elite.
Yeah.
And then I kept that TV. And I actually gave it to my sister. It lasted so long. I think that TV almost lasted 20 years. I gave it to my sister, and then she continued to use it even after it had this big green stripe down the center because the panel was starting to go bad. But hey, she liked it. It was 1080p. Still had B and C connectors on it. It was that old.
BNC.
BNC,
Wow. Yeah, that is different. I don't remember ever actually seeing a BNC connector on the back of them. Usually
Yeah.
it was RCA, but
This was one of the originals. It was a rich guy. He was getting a new TV, and he paid us. I think he even tipped us to haul that thing away. This was like early
Hope
years
so.
at Best Buy. So yeah, we hauled it away. I got a tip. I kept the TV, and I used that TV for a long time. It weighed a flipping ton.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure those things were insane.
Oh yeah, it was stupid.
It is crazy to go to that to where we are now. Yeah, I mean they're super thin.
And you can throw them now.
Yeah.
I can do a 70 by myself.
Is
Just
that an
like throw it
airplane
on
on
the
here?
wall. Oh, the rain.
Those
Oh,
are-
it's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining. I was saying, it got real loud there for a minute.
yeah. So, Tony, tell me what do you think is your favorite tech?
Oh, my favorite. Ooh, that's a tough question. In what?
Like
Oh.
what fascinates you the most? Is it audio?
now.
Is it voice control? Is it video?
Oh, honestly, I'm starting to find a new passion for lighting. Oddly
Lighting.
enough.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah,
I
oddly
agree
enough.
with you.
Yeah.
Switches? I love switches right
No,
now.
I wouldn't say switches.
Oh.
No, I think he
like
I think he
that
means more
gemstone.
like actual
Yes,
the
like-
lighting actually part of it, the
Oh,
Kelvin.
Yes.
Switches.
Circadian lighting.
Yes.
Yes,
That-
that fascinates me as well.
Yes.
It is something like you guys have. Have you been to the Lutron Experience
Yeah,
Center?
so not their experience center, but they were at one of the things that I went to, and
They
were
did
just
a
showing
demo
the,
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Ketrel bulbs and
Yeah.
everything.
The
and like
Ketrel,
how-
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I
You
knew
went
it.
when we were in.
I knew you were gonna go
Where
catch
were we?
California for Sonos.
Oh yeah, we were in Sonos. Yeah, you were too new to go.
Yeah, I would have also loved to be in Sonos.
Yeah, no, that was a cool trip.
It's not the same Sonos though that from back in the day though.
Don't
That's the only.
speak bad.
No,
on
look.
Sonos
I'm not
right
speaking
now.
bad, but I do remember.
We're
when
gonna
we-
have to bleep that out.
Yeah, we love Sonos.
No, here's the thing though. There was a
We even love their app.
there was a good thing. Is there like a gun on him or something?
Yeah.
No. I use Sonos religiously. I love Sonos, and I would never. Even in their dark days, I never bashed them. I didn't care enough because I didn't use all those
They just
features.
fired their
I
CEO.
just mainly used it to listen to it. But I will say that was one of those companies, in the mid 2000s that was like, if you could get with that company, it was like a dream job. I mean, it was just the environment was supposed to be awesome. The people were awesome.
That's how Sonance is. Sonance is that. Like you go
Are they
there.
still like that?
100%. I
Well-
went 2 years ago. Mike just went this past year. If you guys, I think they invite us once a year, so I could send probably you guys. Again, you were too new to go, so and I don't know if you were here yet.
No, he wasn't.
But that's a cool trip because they pay for everything
Yeah.
other than the flight. We pay for the flight, and you go out and they just it's almost like Pleasantville. You walk in there and it's like everyone's smiling, everyone's looks like they're having a good time. It's almost like, is this really real?
They're, they're all drugged.
Yeah, but it's cool, and the CEO comes and does his little spiel and makes you feel like important. It's very like
Which-
down to earth.
That kind of is what gets me behind a company, and that's what got me behind Sonos. Is that's how their company was back in the day. But I know
Yeah.
some things have changed. But
Well,
again, I still use it religiously, and I won't stop.
I think the
That's
biggest
what it
problem
is.
is it goes to a pub. Once it goes into the stock market,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
different.
Got it.
Yeah, that probably is what killed them.
It's 100%.
But-
It's just unfortunately it's shareholders.
But
you
again,
know?
we were lucky enough to get to go on that ride, so it was cool. I didn't take it for granted.
Back to what we were saying though, did you haven't been to Lutron experience? Like, have you experienced in a demo?
no.
Yeah, so we should probably schedule that as like a field trip one day. Or
Is this place local?
Yeah,
It's Washington.
down- yeah,
Okay.
they have
Yeah.
a big. I've heard about it.
yeah, it's
I've looked at
definitely
it
cool.
Online, it looks really.
No, I mean,
sweet.
I can't remember who we talked to. I know, I feel like we had a discussion with somebody, but about lighting and how it can affect the mood and just,
So technically, we have the stuff we're slotted to do it. We're supposed to build our Lutron Experience Center in the showroom. I ordered
like
all.
a small like.
Yeah, like I ordered their demo kit. So
Okay.
we're supposed. There's two things that I'm kind of slacking on that I'm gonna kind of concentrate on in the next 60 days is the Lutron Experience Center, and we're supposed to be a certified Control 4 showroom. So
Oh.
so I got to get update all that stuff, make sure it's all to the X4 now, and
Yes, I was just reading through that stuff that came through the other day.
that's what the X4, because we were
Yeah.
just, when I pulled
The
up
new
overseas
X4 platform.
earlier, I saw it saying something about new X4.
yeah. Have you guys messed with the new GUI with the Sonos yet?
On the app.
Yeah, on Control 4.
No,
Oh,
I have
no.
not seen
Oh,
it.
is like light times better.
Is this,
Like,
did this just go into effect a couple days ago or something?
no, it was probably I'd say 30 to 60 days
Okay.
ago, maybe.
Okay, then I have because
Yeah, so maybe you didn't notice it then.
I didn't notice that it changed.
I
Oh,
didn't-
massively! Now you could search,
Yes.
so
Okay.
you could pick whatever the
Oh,
streaming.
before you used to have like favorites set,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, you would have to
Yes.
select
Yes.
your favorites.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, did you get away from it?
Yeah, you'd have to select your favorite, and then it would be like a preset playlist. Now you can actually pick the streaming content and search.
Who you want to listen to right then and there. Anything you wanna
yeah.
listen to. That's okay.
That was, and I think because Sonos was always locked down, they didn't let anybody other than Crestron. Crestron was the only other company that allowed that. They had their handshake with it, and I think they're
Weird.
becoming a little bit more friendly.
That's because they got rid of that CEO.
They did.
They
fire
did.
their CEO.
Their CEO,
Sonos.
they canned him, and now
Sonos or
Oh,
Control
Sonos
4?
did.
Sonos, not Sonos.
Oh
Sonos,
yes, they did.
They canned their CEO because
Yep.
of all the whole app rollout thing. And
But I think that's one of the reasons that it works with C4 now is because they changed how the app works.
Yeah.
Sonos used to work locally, and now it has to connect to their network first.
yeah,
And I think that's part of the reasons they did everything. It was
I
so
did
they could
enjoy
open
that
up the back
local
end.
usage though.
It
It
was a lot faster.
never messed up. I mean, it was like it almost always was on.
What do you mean local usage?
It was different the way Tony probably can better explain.
Yeah,
it, but it
so
was different the way
essentially how it
they
used to work is essentially it didn't connect to the network. So your system was only spoke to them through the internet, but when you went to go play music in the area, it only connected to the system locally. So that's why you can never play like outside the home to your system. And now they opened it up so it has to talk to the Sonos servers to tell your speakers what to do instead of just locally controlling it.
which can cause a lot more problems in the long run.
That's what I think their whole thing is. Where they were trying to head, I think, was paid subscription type
Yes,
thing.
I think they were
Paid
too.
subscription to what? To use the service?
To yes.
Oh
yeah.
God,
They
no!
use
'cause
the app and then
I'd
be
hate
able to use
drop
it like, oh, you want to be able to control your music outside the home?
Yep.
Pay 20
well,
bucks
that,
more.
Which I actually wouldn't be too bad because if you really think about it, to have the ability, like I get more calls about stuff like that, like something's not working, and to have it to where you could remote.
You're right.
in,
No, to
you
remote
know,
in and fix it.
that might be worth it. But again, it depends on the plan and how much it is, and they would have to expand massively
Yeah.
of what they offered. You know what I mean, other than just yeah. Well, they said they said, but they didn't say. I think, did we sign an NDA? I don't remember.
No,
But-
we're good.
no, we're good.
Mike says
well,
we're fine.
well, funny enough, they thought I took pictures in one of their private area, which I don't even know if I can talk about it now, but there was something that was coming out, and they thought I took pictures, and they're like, "We have to see your phone." And I was like, "I don't remember signing anything, so."
You can't see nothing. I don't even have a phone.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't anything huge. It's something they should have launched probably like
Years ago.
yeah,
Yep.
8 years ago probably. But I do remember back in the day, we were one of the first in. I think I don't know. I think we actually had it before Best Buy did. Sonos when they had the CP 100s, I think they were.
The little controller thing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I
Back
had
in the
one of
day,
those.
this
Yeah.
was before because cell phones weren't prevalent back then. So
I still think they should have a controller.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
Stays
that
connected all
controller,
the time.
even if it was just the wall. You kept
Yep.
it on the wall because they had the wall dock.
They
and you
had
could
the
just sit
wall
on there.
one,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
So even if it was just for that, I think it would have been cool to keep the controller. But
Yeah,
I hated
because-
when they phased that out. Yeah, because it kind of
2000.
pigeonholed you into this.
It did.
Which sometimes I like to just go up, just touch screen.
was
And
Well,
so
yeah,
much
it's
faster.
locked into the app. You always have to wait for it to load
Yes.
every
It is,
time.
yeah.
Such a-
You know what I mean?
It is
So
pain in the butt.
versus just having it, unless you do like a iPort where you have the iPad just stuck on the wall and it's always open, that's fine. But I don't know. I guess that's their thought process. There's
Yeah.
so many different avenues, but it was nice to have something
I
dedicated.
do remember that.
And it worked faster.
It
was
did.
way
It was
faster.
a lot faster. It
Yeah.
was
And
a
then-
lot
and
better.
then what-
When they took it out of the system, I was really mad because I had just got it for from a client for they
Yeah.
got rid of it, and I was like, cool, this works in my system, so I added it to it. And then 3 months later, it was gone. I was
Well,
like,
then
I'm so
remember,
mad.
Sonance came out with that package with the speakers and that stupid
Yes.
little controller.
Yes, the
that
little
came
iPod
with it?
thing.
Yes.
I still have 15 of
I
those things
hated
that,
that
we never
thing.
set
And
up.
then you remember that? It was like a little flat controller. You
It
wall
looked like a
mounted.
Pico remote.
Pico?
It was like a
Yes,
Pico,
it was a
yeah.
little
But
Pico.
I freaking hated it because it was just the most awkward thing to have to program it in. It's there was no screen on it. It was just
You had
buttons. It was, a
controls.
couple buttons, play, pause.
Well, it was a Pico though.
Yeah.
They still
Yeah.
offer that. You still
Do
can do that.
they still have it?
hate
Yeah.
those
I hated
things.
those things.
I have
never
so many
saw
of
it.
them. I
I'm
have
like,
s-
why would you use that when you can use your phone?
You know how many of those? Yeah, I have so many of those that I just took out of those boxes and just threw it.
Yeah, it was
Sorry, it didn't come with it.
Yeah, you don't need this.
The thing is,
You don't want.
they didn't buy it for that piece. They
didn't
never
know,
bought
yeah.
it for that piece. They bought it for
The
to use on their
speaker,
phone
the
and the speaker. It was never that piece was one of those
Yeah,
things. that
it
was,
saved you $400 on. The
yeah,
deal
and if
on
you
them.
told people how to use it, they never used it. You'd put a hole in their wall, to screw it into the wall, the little base for it. It's just stupid. It was the dumbest thing.
It was like an iPod Shuffle when
It-
they didn't
yeah.
have the screen. You
never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Well, if you hit these certain type in a sequence, no, it's
Yeah.
like nobody's gonna remember that.
There was a whole fiasco with the S1 to S2. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's too.
When
That was some dark days.
Yes.
Some dark Sonos days.
Yep.
I remember the first day it had to split, and you had your old S1 app,
Yes.
and you had the new S2 app,
Well,
and you're like,
What's even more annoying now is you can use everything again that they phased out.
I know.
Well, the people that did the update before they did that, actually, they were dead. You couldn't.
Yes,
You
I
could
had
not.
2 things that died.
Yeah, well, no, we
Oh
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We,
Yes.
we launched.
Oh,
They had a
the
whole
clients
series.
were
Yeah.
Yeah,
updating.
they had a whole series of units that were no longer going to work. I remember
Yes.
when that came
Yeah,
out.
that was a big one. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, but that's the downfall of Wi-Fi speakers, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing was we aren't a hardware company, we are a software company. So the whole point was that these things could continually be updated for
Forever.
forever.
Yeah, until
it
they
was-
died out.
until they physically gave up.
Bandwidth.
Well, I think that was their downfall. They built them so good back in the day
Right, they lasted.
that they
for a
lasted
long, long-
forever.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a mistake, and
Yeah.
and the fact that it took them forever and a day to sit there and say, okay, let's come out with a play bar.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what.
you know what? We got a new product.
Those
It's
products
like-
used to come out so slow,
It was very slow.
and now it's like every month they seem to.
But
come
you know
out
what?
soon.
I still live by my little my Play Ones. I love them, and I will never get rid of them. They're my favorite speakers, and I still think some of the best speakers I ever made were the Play 5s.
Agree.
Really, I like that. I like the arrows.
I think the errors are nice.
I don't know
Yeah.
that vertical play 5 like on a nice record player or something. Oh, it's
As a
not
stereo
really good.
pair,
Yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You had to turn them vertical because they had that gyro in them. When you turn them vertical, it was like more narrow, but it was like a floor standing speaker versus having them wide. It was something. I loved when I could get somebody to spend $1,000 on those two speakers, which it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot, but for two Sonos speakers, I kind of feel like it's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, for that,
But
there are way better speakers.
oh yeah, for that much money you could.
Yeah.
But it was cool and they sounded really good and they were they were really sleek looking. So especially if you're gonna put them on a like a bookshelf or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a little off track on that. So
Yeah, sorry.
we were talking lighting,
Sonos.
Yes.
and then we got into Sonos. Did you say what's your favorite technology?
I think my favorite right now is automating my home as much as possible, like lazy man automating my home. I don't know why I'm fascinated. I grew up in that time with Disney and the home of the future type thing, and it's
That's Jetsons.
what. No, like Disney had a whole ride about it. It was like a carousel ride. Went around in circles. It was like how things progressed over the years. So I've always
Disney
been
adults are
fascinated.
so gross.
What?
Disney adults are so gross.
I'm not a Disney adult. No, I went once. I took my kids, but that ride will forever be one of my favorites. I can't remember. It's something, the progression or whatever it is. I should know it. But anyway, it showed how time progressed and where we'd be in the future. And I always had this image where we'd be in this future.
Like Jetsons.
Well, no, because
like Disney's version.
no. I never thought there'd be flying cars, and I was a realist and understood that wouldn't happen. But there was
Why?
other things.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why'd
Why
draw
would
the
you
line
cap
there?
yourself at
It
that?
wasn't that I was
He's
capping
like,
myself.
I love
that-
imagination, but no flying cars.
Impossible.
No. I loved imagination. It was nothing against imagination, but I was a bit of a realist, and I knew that flying cars may come out eventually.
like,
I'm
I'm a
not
realist.
doubting that.
I can't believe in flying cars, but a shower that brushes your teeth and blows your hair and puts your clothes on for
not
you.
that, but,
And there's a broom that walks around and self-brooms himself.
Being able to control your thermostat while you're away, your oven while you're away, all this different stuff, and you can, and then seeing the progression of this technology over time, seeing the stoves.
Are you controlling your oven and stove? While
No,
you're
but
away?
you don't remember the stove at Best Buy where that would it would you could time it, you could put stuff in it, and it would kind of keep it cool, and then it would switch over to hot, and it would heat it up. They had those.
You mean
things.
that Samsung one?
Yeah,
we have one.
don't get me wrong. It was
I
probably
think the
junk.
showroom one does that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
but the thing is that it was starting to come in fruition. Like these things were actually happening, so which means we could possibly get to these these ideas I had as a kid. And I'm not, again, back to flying cars. I think one day, yes, we'll have that stuff, but I just don't think now's the moment. I think smaller things now. So home automation, controlling my lights, or lack of having to control my lights because the system does it itself. Not having to control my thermostat. I love knowing when my washer and dryer are done.
I did not. I have that ability, and I didn't do it. I
You
haven't
set
done
it
it
up.
yet.
It's pretty great.
So that's the thing is they.
Except for when it reminds you like an hour afterwards, or it's like, come get your clothes, you lazy son of a
But
bitch.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's,
Your things are wrinkled now.
for instance, let's say
they're like,
I'm
they're
going
sending
to
you a
work.
text message like, you're lazy. And you're like, God.
But that's where this comes in. I'm going to work and I don't want to start my laundry now because I don't want to sit in the laundry, in the washer all day. But I can load that detergent ahead early, and then at 2:00 I can start my laundry, and it'll be done. It might only be sitting for an hour when I get.
Oh,
home.
it lets you actually start your
Yes,
washer.
my dryer
That's
too.
what I do
yeah.
with my dryer. So
Yeah, let
I'll
me do
put
both.
my wet clothes in at night, and then I'll have it dry. So when I
Oh,
get
so
up
it's
at
nice and fresh.
6:30, it's perfectly dry.
Oh, is this why you're late all the time?
Every single time. I'm always like, I'm like, damn, dryer didn't do its job again.
So anything I can think of. So it's all about ease of use. It's not I don't want to make anything difficult. So I'm very weary to use certain things that may sound like it'd be easier, but may be difficult. So I got to be sold on it. It can't just be a gimmick.
Well, funny enough, that's actually one of my sales spiels. Is like the one thing you cannot buy is time, and the way to get time is automation.
Yeah.
And it's not big; it's macro, it's nano.
Yeah.
It's like little things. Like instead of
Oh my
having
God! I'm gonna have to interrupt you because I said this. We were up in the office and I was like, I'm gonna hit on this. My robot vacuum that I've only had now for about a month, but I absolutely love my robot vacuum.
yeah.
I will tell anybody that
vacuums.
No, that vacuum. Anybody wants to save, even if it's 10 minutes a day. I run my robot vacuum every single day. That poor thing is going to die in early age every single day, And
What's your robot's name?
Rosie from the Jetsons.
Which brand do you have?
So I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of videos, and when it came down to it, I didn't want anything with a mop. I wanted just straight vacuum because mopping, more bells, more whistles, more problems. So I try to reduce that. And main thing I want to do is just lift up. If I want to clean my floors, I'm going to steam clean them floors. That's the only way to get it clean. So I got a Robo Rock.
Robo Rock.
No,
Do you smell what?
Hold on. The Robo Rock. So yes, it does sound funny, but they sell. You can get. I think when I got mine was it. I got it from Amazon. And Robo Rock, it's just a Chinese company, but they like anything, you can find good Chinese products. Some of it's cheap. Yeah, we get a lot of the cheap shit, but if you look into it and you pay a lot of attention and you do a little bit of research, you can find some good stuff.
Does it have an app?
It does have an app, yeah.
So are you able to map out?
No.
house?
So everything's mapped. So the apps is pretty legit.
I've seen his app.
So
It's
So this cool thing about Roborock, I got $279 on sale.
You do know why the Chinese company is so cheap, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, they stole it from everybody.
Yeah, they just stole it from everybody.
Not only that, but you pretty much just gave them a blueprint of your house.
No. Oh yeah, no. But here's the thing. Everything's
sure
doing
do.
that. You know what? My TP-Link wireless router, it senses where I am when I'm using the router, so they can map it out with my TP-Link router. That it is what it is. I have nothing to hide.
He's a Chinese spy
That is
now.
probably our biggest. Being in technology, that's probably my biggest thing. It's funny enough, like I don't use a lot of the features I should because even voice control in my house, right? I'm so weird about it. Not that I'm like a criminal or anything else or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just more that level.
Sounds like you need Josh AI.
And look,
that's what I should be doing actually. One day we've been planning to have you come in.
Josh is great, but Josh is like. That's like the cusp of AI. I mean, that's like it's different than Alexa.
Oh, it's on steroids.
Josh will tell you some really crazy stories. Josh is pretty cool.
I love Josh.
I know.
We'll get on Josh.
Yeah.
Let's finish
But
up with
yes.
your
Anyway, so the Roborock. So you can get one for I got mine was $279. You can get them cheaper than that, but they have units that are $3,000. You get really high end units.
$3,000?
They actually have one with an
For
arm
China's stuff.
that will pick up socks, and you can pre-program places where you want it to drop it off. So if it sees a sock, it'll pick the sock up, go drop it in a bin, and then
way.
continue
Really?
vacuuming.
Right?
And this is
That's what I'm saying.
Roborock.
That's kinda
So here's the
crazy.
thing. Again, it's not that I'm a huge fan of all Chinese product. I have to take a lot of research goes into before I buy something, but their stuff is just way ahead of the game sometimes. Like they really want to push the envelope with robots where we're like, okay, robots are so cool. We got Boston Dynamics. Great. All you do is build things for the government. You're not building anything for us to use or anything on every day. I mean, these droids might eventually come out, but Roborock's doing that.
Well,
they're giving us robots that we can actually use, pick things up, move it around.
There's a reason I think behind it. I think the whole idea is that they don't want it to, because when that happens and we start pushing more towards robots,
I can't wait.
You say that.
Yeah, because he's gonna replace us with robots
Yeah,
that never stop.
I will be the first person with Starlink's.
I will have a robot.
robots.
Yeah.
I will have a robot too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send my guy. He still can't make it on time. I don't know.
He shows up late.
This is the worst robot.
But no, yeah, that's why I think they, whereas in China, they're so mass. It's just so much going on. First of all, because they make everything, they are leap years ahead of us in technology. It's actually pretty crazy, and that's one of my bucket list places to go is actually China.
But we don't see a lot of that stuff here. That's the problem.
Well, it's because
The cool stuff.
No, because they have so much more money there. I mean, it's same as Saudi Arabia, right? It's almost like futuristic if you go to Dubai. You know what I mean? The technology they have there. We don't have that here. But we're such a bigger population, so it's a little bit harder. It's a whole different
It would
thing.
be cool though. I mean, Robo would be cool. But anyway, back so Robo, I love it. I can't stress enough. Anybody that listens, watch this. I'm not even telling you go out and get a Roborock, but anything will save you so much time. I have not vacuumed, so I still have to sweep out from underneath my table and vacuum underneath my my couches. But I haven't vacuumed in a month. It keeps it so clean. When I come home, I look on the ground every day. It's like there's no crumbs, there's no dog hair.
See, that one I had was the
wild.
earlier version of what was that? That's the number
The main
one.
one. Roomba.
Roomba.
Yes,
So I had
Roomba.
one of those before the app. And again, I don't know the one I got now. We have it in the showroom. I haven't set it
I
up
did
yet.
see that one.
bumper.
That one has the actual thing that'll actually suck up the waste, so it'll keep going.
Oh, yeah, mine empties.
Yeah.
So mine has the canister. It'll empty it.
And keep going. So but in my house, the one I had there, it was one of those like it just goes around, and if it bumps into
Bumps,
something,
yep.
it goes, and it would always get stuck under my oven every time. It gets stuck under my oven.
I don't know. how to
And
do
then
it
it starts beeping. It's like beep beep.
And then eventually it just turns itself off
Yep.
and gives up.
Yep.
It just is like, I'm
No.
done. It
No.
literally
Come
dies
home,
there.
you're like, where's my robot?
Yep.
Twice.
Yep.
Once on a like a phone charging cord that normally I move and I left hanging down, and she's just stuck half under my bed.
Yep,
Just gave
see?
up. The other one was a shoestring.
Yep, it does get it. I have you seen those horror stories where the dog's in the house and it
Yes,
poops
Greg's
and
dog
that's
shit
why I
is
will not do it, because I'm like, nope, not even once.
Yeah.
Oh my-
But I only let it run on the first floor. It's the only hardwood floors
Yeah.
I have,
and
and
Charlie knows to never,
Never
pee or poop,
on the first floor.
It's like I'm gonna go downstairs.
he would have to wake up and do it after 10. She goes out every day at 10. Every
Yeah.
day at 10.
Yeah. I
So,
don't know.
hopefully-
but yes, the vacuums are cool. I mean, we again, I have to get it back going in the showroom because that's actually one thing I would have going all the time. We had another one in there, and we had a mopper one too that would go around
Yeah.
and mop the showroom floor, and it definitely is a time saver.
I think one day I'll get a mop one. But if I get a mop one, it's just going to be specifically,
yeah,
just
the one we
mops.
got was specifically for mopping, and it
and
did
I'll
a
have
pretty
two
good
different
job.
ones run.
Yeah, there you
That's
go. They
adorable.
fight it
Yeah,
out.
they could kiss and get
I'll tell
married.
you what, it's
You
got
come
LiDAR.
home, they
The one
ran
I have
away.
has LiDAR. It is pretty accurate. I mean, I'll get, when it goes out, if I'm home on the weekend and it goes out, I literally will just, I'll open up the app and just, because you can watch it live in the app.
But watch his path.
And I watch its path, and it's legit. I mean, this
Does
thing.
it have like a live camera on it? Like you can see
No, that
no,
would be
it
cool
just
though.
draws a line on the house that
It
it's
draws a
mapped
line.
out for him.
So
Nope.
it literally does its initial run is it does the outline of the house or the room that it starts in, and then zigzags back and forth and gets the whole room.
So do you have what other smart things do you have? Do you have a smart lock?
I don't have smart locks yet, and one of the reasons I don't have that yet.
You know why I asked you that, right?
Why?
Because your doorbell went off, and if you had a smart lock,
Oh, yeah.
you could have
Got
just.
unlocked it.
So
That's actually one of my favorite things I've done.
you know, I
The smart lock.
recently bought a
Yeah.
house, as you know, and that house is 1962. It's got original front door on it, which I love that front door, but it's kind of got to push kind of hard. So the problem with locks, if your door doesn't close perfectly, it doesn't work very well. It'll put too much pressure on the lock, either might not open or it might not latch when it closes. So I haven't got into that yet because that takes it's going to take time to modify the locking area, you know, where the bolt's going to go in, just to make sure that it moves freely when it closes. But no, I eventually want to get locks. But thermostat, all my lightings, I got, you know, I know we sell Lutron, and I would have totally bought Lutron if I could afford a Lutron. If,
Now we have to go to a commercial.
yeah, but
A Lutron commercial,
well,
actually.
no. I mean, look, Lutron is the best at switches. I mean, this is what they do. This is what their whole company's about. We're gonna see how we can play around with this, and see what we can do. But
So you have the Control 4 processor at your house, and you're having Tony
well,
program
he's
your
no.
controller?
He's
I'm gonna
gonna.
help him walk
he-
through it.
We haven't started. So you know, I have my.
I'm the programmer.
He's a programmer.
But
Look,
the whole point of him having the processor is so that he learns on it. It's not for him
no,
to automate his house and have fun.
Once it's set up, he can mess with
We are.
anything he
Yeah.
wants.
Well, no, we are, and I think I got it set. It's installed now. The remote is charged. No, he's Tony knows a little bit more about it. So when I have questions, it's, you know, I could call Snap and I could sit on the phone with Snap all day, but hey, this
Should do
isn't for a
that.
job, so they're not going to want to talk
Just
to me.
make them do it.
Yeah, they'll be like, I'll just do it. I want to be able to sit and say, okay, how about this, and then be able to bounce some ideas to do cool things like that. So, you know, even when I was doing installs before with Harmony remotes, which are more basic, I was still pushing the Harmony remote to its absolute limits sometimes with the type of programming I was doing, because, you know, it was macro based, and if you want to do any kind of custom programming on it, you really had to manipulate it. So I want to see what I can get out of Control 4. I mean,
Did they have the pro? Were you guys? Did you have the access to the pro portal?
for Logitech?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We
So
we
just their
never did any
basic
of their
little-
pro remotes. Their pro remotes. I mean, and I knew about them back then because the pro remotes were out for a while, and it was like
Yeah,
a
we
huge
used to
surprise.
sell the crap out of them.
But
Because they were great for a single room
oh
application.
yeah, they were.
They were great.
For a whole house, absolutely not.
No.
It had to be one singular room.
No, 100%, and that's why we sold the crap out of them because
I refused dual zone on those too for receivers.
Oh, yeah.
I refused to do that
Same here.
towards the
I
end.
told
because
them
it was-
anytime they went to that, we'd have to go Control 4 and Crestron.
Yeah.
But for a single room, what it offered, how it was great.
great.
Yeah, 100%.
I still use them. I still have a link just so I can control it from my phone. But eventually, the Control 4 will take over.
We
until-
should have bought
but
the
the link is-
company.
What the
Oh,
remote?
Logitech?
Well, I
remote
think
yeah.
I
company.
think there's a company actually. There's a customer that
was stupid
we're
they had it.
doing Somfy or something. Sophie.
So,
SoMi C
SoFi.
SoFi.
Is that what it is?
Oh, wait, is that
Or
what
some?
Is that a bank or something? then?
no,
That's a bank.
Yeah.
But,
I thought so.
let me
I was
see if I
wait,
can
you're not
look
SoFi
talking
it
about
is a bank.
Savant, are you?
No,
No,
I'll tell
Savant
you in a
is-
second. Hold on.
Savant is like it. What?
No, Somfy's a shade company. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, it's a shame they took away the Logitech remote because
Sofa Batten X1.
what is that a remote?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll show you.
See, because I mean, whereas I love Control 4, and it's a very consistent system. There's times when people don't want to spend, $2,000 on a remote control.
Well, they're not
and-
our people.
No, but look, here's the thing: is though I hate to scare
Actually,
people off with price all the time. Sometimes there's
That's it's right
Okay.
there. Yeah.
yeah, and
so-
look, I'm not saying that's going to always
Okay.
be.
So it's
it
similar.
looks a lot like
It's very similar.
Logitech.
Yeah.
But sometimes these lesser expensive, more basic systems, especially for somebody that's older or something that doesn't want a whole lot of
All
pomp
I
and
know
circumstance.
is we should stop selling C4 remotes. And
Oh, I
start
love the
selling
Neo.
Josh remotes
No,
because
I
they're
haven't
so
seen
mu-
them.
dude.
So
They're insanely.
I haven't seen the
So
Josh
touch
remote.
screen
So
Josh
there's
remote
a whole thing
is
with that.
insane.
It's at Ava. That's what
Yes,
the company.
yes,
So
it
Ava came up with that. There was a whole lawsuit. So they
Oh, geez.
originally that was a crazy. I've been at CEDIA a bunch of times, and every time I've gone, usually some sort of drama happens. Like one year was when who was it? Some company, I can't remember them now, but they were a networking company and Snap bought them and everybody was going nuts. They were like, what is going to happen? And-
Arachnus, right?
no, it
Oh.
was
Packet?
Ihiji
Okay.
or whatever. They bought them. So everybody was like, because they were a remote monitoring company. That they pretty much what is oversee.
Yep,
I mean,
smart.
they built it off of that platform. So that was huge. And then the next year was the next one was Ava came out and they showed their stuff. And apparently Ava, the company, made the Neo remote. And there was a time where there was a huge back order on the remotes. And the whole reason there was a huge back order is they were taking that time to create their remote. So they took pretty much all the same stuff and made the buttons a little bit different, but the screen and everything else was
Yeah.
the same.
That's
So there was a whole thing, and they were going to sue them, and it was like this whole launch thing, and it was crazy. I also remember when Josh AI came out, and they were the first, the first trade show they did. I was actually number, I don't even know, like 25 of dealers. They came. This
That's
is when
cool.
they would send a rep out to your showroom
Yeah.
and show you how to program, and it was actually pretty cool. But yeah, no, then there was the next year, which was Snap bought Control 4. That was yeah.
I thought that was always theirs.
No, Snap bought Control 4 was a separred company altogether.
Okay.
Snap
And-
went on a spending spree.
Yeah, well that's why it was so crazy that they sold to Residio. Like I never really knew that.
I heard about that merger. I didn't know that.
Oh,
that's-
Snap
the
also
Residio?
bought.
Mhm.
They bought a amplifier company too, an audio company, didn't they?
Well,
or
they
something?
bought a bunch. They
they were,
went,
like, buying up
they
everything.
bought Autonomics. They bought
Yeah.
Parasol, which was a support company. They bought Sunbright. They bought
Really?
They bought Sunbright.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
didn't know that.
bought
Holy moly.
who was the other
That's
company?
crazy.
Yeah.
They were going crazy. They were buying up, and then they started buying distributors. So they bought MRI, they
Yep.
bought Volutone, which was a commercial company. And they just kept buying and buying. And the big one was Control 4. They bought it for $360 million cash.
It's a good one to have.
Yeah. Well, that's why they were able to sell for $1.4 billion to Residio.
Holy moly.
So yeah, they were big. And that's why I said I was so weirded out that happened because I didn't know ADI or Residio was that big, but then it makes more sense because it's Honeywell. But Honeywell is separate.
Is Residio is that like a subsidiary of Honeywell? What is that?
Yes and no. So they
Found
say
out today when I made phone calls.
yeah. So they don't classify it as a part of it. It's like a sister company of a stepchild. So
Residio likes to look at themselves as their. This is how when we work for Geek Squad and Best Buy, they like to look at themselves as separate from Honeywell, even though Honeywell really.
Well, technically, it's no longer even Residio. It's now First Watch. They have until I think the end of this year, maybe. I think it is.
So is Residio going totally away, and we're just going to go to First Watch?
Yeah. So that's what they're.
Why that's on that new panel?
What's that?
First Alert.
First Alert.
Yes,
First Alert.
That's the one that's on the new panel.
Yep.
It's on our back of our vans. If anyone paid attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I was wondering why it said there because I thought that was
The fire company. So.
Well, no, I thought it was a Honeywell panel. What actually it is?
It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it's Honeywell Residio It's Honeywell First Alert, formerly known as Residio.
Yeah.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's so fucking confusing.
It is very. We're gonna have to bleep that one out. All right. This is
What?
This is children's.
Oh, we were told that we
podcast.
could cuss.
Because he's gonna beep it.
He's gonna beep it. See?
So I can say.
Well, I mean, now that's just gonna come out. He's like, I can beep one.
I only have a 3-second beep. I don't know how to do that.
I like to think a child's not gonna turn this one on and watch it.
Well, you never know. It might get that popular.
He'll-
He might be like.
Like I
the-
said,
He'll put an 18-year or older. He'll put a warning on it. Right?
like I said, the plan is to make this so popular. We are no longer an entertainment install company.
I'm okay with that. I 100%. Just what is it that Rogan podcast? And what's the other big one? That's
No, you know what?
yeah.
You know what I want out of this. I was telling Mike this the other day. I think we should have the handle on Harford County. I think if somebody says, I need something installed, they should be saying, okay, where are we going to have it installed? Well, it should be done at Elite Home Entertainment.
I think we're pretty close to there at this point.
I think you know what? I guarantee if you went out there, and I was telling him this the other day, if you went out there and you said, hey, you need a TV installed, and I know this is small, but they would say Best Buy. They wouldn't even think of us. I think we need to be thought of no matter what
they Google it.
I know.
Anyway.
Well,
and
I
whoever
don't
comes
know.
up with the
Maybe
top.
they don't Google
yes
enough.
and no. So it's different. You got to like if it's I'd say a consumer under median income of 200,000. Yeah, that they're gonna think of Best Buy. But in like more times than not, I see your vans everywhere.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me.
You're all over the place. You're this, you're that.
I always try
So,
to park it on
I try to
street
park it
facing.
so even at home, I make sure I pull it as far forward. I want people to see this van when they're
Yeah.
driving past my house.
Yeah.
I want people to like, oh, he works there.
So
I do that when I see other companies.
yeah, no, we're not the lockdown. I'd love to be the lockdown.
I love to be.
company.
Well, that's what
but
I'm hoping we'll get
when
to.
it comes to automation, I would say we are the go-to
Yeah.
in the area. Flat panel, no, we're probably not.
No, but audio. I mean, we should be for audio. We don't just do flip panels. We should do for audio.
No,
we
yeah,
should
I
do for
mean we do it all. So
that's where I want to get. Now, if if you say, well, we're done doing that and you have to do a podcast every day, I guess I could do that also.
no, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
You think you could? Your back could handle
Yeah, I
it.
was about to. I was gonna bring up that too.
You know what? Here's the thing. You know what? And
You can do all this heavy lifting.
It's been bothering me.
Lifting the show, guys. My back hurts because I'm lifting the
First
show.
off- first
okay? I'm carrying everybody.
My back has been killing me, and it's funny. I took the wallet out, and
It's better?
I'm not having that
How have you
constant
never
pain.
heard that before? that
Wait,
you're not
hold
supposed
on,
to keep-
please tell me he never heard that you're not supposed to put it in your back
He
pocket.
didn't.
Here we go.
Oh
That's-
my god!
Exactly. I
Are
was
you
like,
serious?
Let me guess. You're still keeping your phone next to your
Junk.
man bean, your manness.
Oh, I actually have a underwear pocket. That's where I keep my phone.
to make
Well,
sense.
where do you guys keep yours?
How could you not think that would mess up your back?
yeah.
No, it's not that I didn't think
You
because
like
it's been
sitting like
fine.
this all the
but
time?
no. So what I do?
I don't understand why this side hurts so bad.
Okay, I'm busy.
I mean, how thick is your wallet? I mean, apparently you're
It's pretty-
making.
it's pretty-
It's
I
pretty
think
thick. It's got a metal clip
I
on
think
it.
I pay you
He-
too much
he
if it's
can
that.
get it. Actually, it's the other side. Actually, it's got a bunch of gas receipts in it right now.
You know that the credit card says it goes to.
And you have a buckle. Oh my
Jesus,
god,
dude.
that
Look,
thing has got to be.
I want you to know
right?
this.
Jesus.
I haven't bought a wallet, so this is like something a 5-year-old would probably have.
It's a 5'11", right?
This is a 5'11".
Yeah,
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 I got
yeah.
this.
Like 6
I got
weeks
it free
ago.
with a pair of pants.
Pair of pants?
No,
Okay.
this
When
was
you got the pair,
yeah,
when you were
but
the
this is
5'11"?
when I was working back for Geek Squad
I
back at
remember.
Best Buy. This is probably, well, it's probably about 15 years old.
No.
Yeah, you actually, I lied. I didn't get it with my pants. My old partner Ryan got it with his pants and then gave it to me.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, and then I've had it ever since.
Wait,
But it's
I
falling
thought
apart.
you and Tony were partners
I
the whole
know.
time.
He-
But did you
there's-
cheat on Tony?
That's
What
every
just
single time he
happened?
brings up
So-
Ryan, I'm like, oh, that guy,
A little bit of backstory. No,
Mr. Florida.
Look, I worked there for 24 years. So
I've had friends.
I've trained a lot of people. No, I've trained a lot of people. I was lead technician. I trained a lot of people. So
Yeah.
Tony I worked with Tony, but I worked with another guy, Steve, which is also one of our really good friends. It's weird. We all kind of look alike. We all have beards. We all have mustaches. You know, Steve's exactly 1 week younger than me. So a week later, exactly 7 days later, he turns.
Does your beard grow as fast as Tony's? Like, do you guys like?
I don't believe it or not.
No.
His might grow real fast. Mine will slowly.
His
will
is
slow
not
out.
gray. How old are you?
36.
Yeah.
36.
Oh, okay.
I turned
Alright.
43 in like a couple.
You can
months.
bleep that.
No, I gray. My
22.
dad's all gray. My brother has like no hair up top, but kind of like you. But his wasn't.
Oh, so he's
no
sexy.
gray on top.
Sexy and he
no,
knows
no.
it?
He cuts his hair because he was losing his hair, so he just shaved it.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that was your problem, but he
It
shaved
is
his.
thin.
'cause he was
It's
losing.
actually thin. I have hair. It's thin.
But he
why
lives bald now,
have
so
short hair.
or lives short.
That's why you have short hair.
Yeah, I used to have long. I used to let this thing grow out the here, but then
Are
I
you gonna?
started
You're not
looking-
going to start. You're not going to talk about this on here, are you?
I am.
my
Wait,
God.
about my thinning hair?
Yeah. Oh my Jesus.
Sure, I don't care. And then I had to
Jeez.
cut
No.
it because I look like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings when he's got all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, I look terrible.
I think you should show him why you probably don't.
It looks good right now.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it looks all right. Right
no,
now.
it's fine. Oh, see, but you
Oh,
are.
Okay,
like
yeah,
this,
you are
yeah.
thinning. Okay, I see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
see,
see
now,
it.
now you got to look at a 43-year-old. Mine's not doing that.
Yeah, he's.
I live.
That
I,
testosterone is good over there.
no,
No,
I don't.
actually, that I found that out. That's actually not true. It's people that lose their hair have too high of testosterone.
I'm too
That's what it
manly.
is.
Damn
I
it.
don't know. You know what? I live in a hat. I've always been told that a hat will cause
No,
you to
that's
lose
actually
it.
false. Too.
But I literally will keep my hat on. So just so you know, I mean, this hat goes out all the time. I do try to advertise all the time, but I wear a hat from the moment I wake up till literally the moment I go to bed. I hang it on my bedpost and then I lay down. It regulates my temperature. I know it sounds stupid, but it does at this point in my life. So I have to have
Do
it
you
on.
wear your hat
sacred.
all the time?
all the time? No, not all the time.
I don't even know if
Should
I
I
have this on.
No, I'm not saying the lead
Oh my
hat.
gosh, no, I don't wear one all the time.
No, okay,
This was on the right side. It
But
just
most of
feels
the
right.
time, I wear
Yeah.
a hat.
yeah.
I religiously live in one.
Yeah.
Religiously.
No.
If you see me without a hat, you probably should be like, "Are you feeling all right?"
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've.
Really ever see me without a
I
hat?
think
on.
yeah, maybe 4 times. I've
It's
seen
so
you
much so.
without-
I went home the other day. It was what day was it? It was Monday. The day you said you can just go home, and I laid down and I took my hat off and I didn't put it back on until night. It was the weirdest thing. I actually went out to Target without a hat on. It was the weirdest freaking thing. That night we went out and I didn't put it back on, and that was it. That was probably the only time I've ever been out in public without a hat on. Weird that I think about it. But
It's even when you go to like nice events, you wear.
I
a hat?
wear a hat no matter what. If I was going to church, I'd wear a hat. You
That's-
can't tell me to take it off.
That is
That
Take
doesn't
it off.
No, I'm saying I won't.
Again,
Like in a wedding, I think what I did, I took it off for my niece's ceremony and then immediately went back on.
Oh, I'm having a no hat wedding.
I won't come to your wedding.
A no hat.
No, look, I will
No
respect
hair.
it if and
No,
you know
no hair. I'm
when I go to
invited.
my no, and when I go to my parents don't, you know, they're proper Catholics. You know, it's rude to wear a hat at the table, so I will take it off. You know, I respect
I
people.
don't know if that's a Catholic thing. I think that's
It
just
goes
like
That's like
a thing.
Yeah.
I don't take it off at my table, and I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't ask
I
anybody to
bet
take
you
their
put
hat off.
elbows on your table
Wait,
too.
you,
I do.
You
Wait.
wear your hat while you eat dinner?
Yes.
he wanted it. He wanted it. He wanted
Whoa!
it.
He wanted to go, whoa. No technology, robot vacuum. You like lights. I have to agree. My favorite piece of technology is door locks. I do enjoy lighting though. Lighting is weird. Like you can actually have it to where it energizes you, or you make you feel sleepy, or you feel concentrated. It's actually very crazy. So I do agree with him on that. I do agree with your robot vacuum. It has made life easier. But again, the door lock to me, my kids, I don't have to worry about it. They when they get home, I know I got ping that they're because of Life 360. I assume everybody.
Yes, yeah. Well, I don't have it. I refuse to get it to watch my kids. I feel weird, but my wife watches them, and I know she watches them enough.
It's not about watching your kids. It's just literally like I don't sit and like, oh, let me see.
He doesn't watch it like you watch your vacuum.
I do watch my vacuum.
He's more concerned about his vacuum than his kids.
I am more concerned about the vacuum.
He's like, oh no, my vacuum's on a rogue.
I can watch my vacuum from work, just so you know. Like
I get it.
It does work like that.
No, but I like that they can just unlock and lock. And there's been times where I think even I've sent Mike if I was away and I'm like, hey, go to my house. I need you to do this. And
I think though, if you loved your kids, you put access control in and you just let them
with key fobs.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
That'd be insane.
No, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie.
You can do geofencing.
No, it's not the same. The problem with geofencing is it is a.
You can do NFC chip.
It uses a lot of power.
Technically, a door lock is a cheap version of access control.
It is because
I can change and I can do sleep mode and no pin accepted at certain times with that lock.
You can do temporary.
Are you a Yale only lock or?
Yeah, which lock do you have?
I have the Yale Nest.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it makes it nice because I can do I have the Nest thermostat, I have the Nest doorbell, and then I have the Nest lock.
I've been trying to keep minimal companies is what I've been trying to do using. So I only have so many companies.
Well, that's what Control 4 does too.
No, well, I know that.
Like I don't care anymore.
And I know that.
I can tie it all together. Who cares?
But I was trying to reduce that because I found that certain companies make better products. So I try to stick with those companies.
I like
is what it is.
Yeah,
Eufy. I'm
Eufy
currently using Eufy, but their locks is what I'm looking at.
To be honest, the doorbell, I hate it. I hate all Wi-Fi doorbells.
I'm not a fan of that. I think a dedicated
I'm not a fan of the
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi doorbell. Unfortunately,
doorbell.
when I did Eufy, I got a Eufy PTZ again because I can't afford.
Okay, we get it. You're poor.
No.
But if you look at his wallet, it looks pretty thick.
It's all receipts.
That's all cash. You guys
I think if I could do it, and this is why I say I never discourage somebody from starting low.
What did you say?
I said you could have done Luma.
Yeah, Luma's
no. That's what I'm saying. I never discourage anybody starting low, but I start low, and usually what these things do.
Yeah, Hike Vision.
I won't. It's not. Hike Vision, I feel is a little bit convoluted. I feel like if I was going to do it, I would do Luma, but what I really want to do, and I probably will get to this, is Unify. Those Ubiquity cameras, that PTZ.
See, I'm not a fan of them. Not a fan of them.
It's small, it's sleek. I like
Luma's the most.
Luma, I agree. They have stepped up leaps and bounds.
Luma's
on their new
PTZ,
platform.
I feel like
everything.
It's a little too big.
They're NB. Well, that's all PTZs that are that big.
That one's small, man.
That's junk. I can't. I cannot see. It's a 4 times magnified, which is basically like.
I
can't.
And then everything else is a digital zoom.
Yeah. So I will say Luma is my favorite camera
I love
company.
Luma. Luma would definitely be my
and I'll
favorite.
tell you one thing I think we don't do enough of is automations on cameras. Like, 'cause you can do some crazy stuff.
You can, yeah.
And we really don't. We don't get the chance or the opportunity to do that. But like, that's actually one thing I want to do here.
You can do it with Eagle Eye. I noticed you ordered a bunch of Eagle Eye stuff. You can do it also with Eagle Eye.
Well, that's for a job, but
I know. But I'm saying.
more so, what I want to do is a lot of people don't utilize this. Is the feature of you can do it to the smart events if somebody does intrusion. Well, the one you just dealt with actually, the I won't say the client, but when you go up, it does an alarm at certain times.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But, I like that. That was.
But I want to add a speakerphone because you can add speakerphone technology that does audio up. Just almost. You can do that to where you can do 2-way talk.
Yeah.
So you could tell them, hey, get off my property, or it has a preset recording to where you could say. You need to get off
you
the
can
property.
activate it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I like the ones that we just came across when Mike said you can actually put custom messages in it.
That's what he's saying.
So originally we had a different camera system out there. That one was pretty insane. The only reason we took that one out was because it was too low to the ground, but it had
That was at PTZs. Didn't you used to have PTZs up on that pole?
Yeah, well, there was one PTZ, but it has 2 cameras on it. So it has the PTZ, and then it has a camera front
fixed.
facing.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
always
a
like
fixed.
a stationary front
Yeah,
facing.
so the way we
Okay.
had it and the way I wanted it to work was it was always facing back, and then the static camera was facing forward. So what would happen?
PTZ would follow.
Yes.
Okay.
So it would come around, but it never really worked 100% of the time. So it was a problem for that client. So, and I agreed. Yeah, I mean, but
No,
now-
look, I pre-wired my whole house for cameras. You know, Tony helped me, so he knows.
lot of wire
It's
in that
ready
house.
to go for an NVR. I just for now I started with a Eufy PTZ because mainly I wanted a
did
PTZ.
it take you like 3 weeks to pre-wire?
It only took
what
3 days.
It
'cause
only
I was there.
took 3 days. And I was in the attic the whole time. I think I did.
It's
all
amazing
that
what you do in your own house, but you don't.
No,
do
it was.
Thankfully, we
Hold
were
on.
able to just shoot it straight up the middle
Hold
of the
on,
house.
wait. First
which was
off,
really easy.
I had everybody who came help me. I bought them lunch, and it wasn't like.
Oh, how nice
burning, but
lunch!
I bought everybody.
Can I
lunch.
buy you guys lunch?
No.
Just for
Well,
If
first off,
that's it now. Just
I
lunch
asked-
every
lunch day, a lunch day, work all day.
First off, if he ever said, "Hey, come to my house and help me," I would drop everything, come to his house and help him. So, for me, Tony and our friend Steve, I mean, we're really good friends. So we do those things for each other. No, but I'm just saying, it's not like I just expect them to come and help, and I didn't make them do any of the crappy work.
He did. He hit me.
I did hit him.
He hit me.
But it was like it was a sock of butter, so there's no bruises.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it was like I went up in the attic.
Use
It was-
phone books.
It was hotter than hell. But the whole reason I had to do this because remember I went out for the surgery. I had to get all this done before the surgery because otherwise it would set me way back. So
Oh, I remember the whole you buying a house. It was like
it sucked. It was the most stressful thing I've ever did. in
My
life.
God, he was like a manic woman
I have
every day. What do you think about this?
I
Do
have
you
the
think this is gonna
worst
work? Do you think this
anxiety.
is gonna work? What do you think about this plumbing? What about this electrical? What about
I know,
this? What
I
about,
know.
I'm like, shut up and just buy the
I,
house.
because
Just pour it and figure it out.
I live in tomorrow, today, and yesterday all at once, constantly, and it was difficult. Now, did I make the right decision? I still can't even say that to this day. It hasn't been long enough. The data hasn't came in yet. But no, I have settled down. I'm not freaking out anymore. But no, those are decisions I don't take lightly. Everything I do, I don't take lightly.
No, I know.
I want it to be the best decision. I want it to be
That's why a 1 hour job turns
No.
into 13 days.
He's like,
no.
It's like, shh, can I pee this morning? Or
I just want to look. I want to make sure that I think of everything up front. So it's that measure twice, cut once.
No, yeah,
That's always going through my mind, and I don't like it, and I know it annoys people, but there's what you've seen is me like kind of pushing it down and suppressing it. I can't make it go away though,
no,
but I do suppress it heavily.
Okay, all right.
Anyways, now that we're done therapy,
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
No. But
Do you need
that's,
to lay down? Do you need to go move over there?
And
So
how
you can
does
let
that make you feel?
No, but you'll see that carry over into how I do my work. That's why it is important to understand those. 'Cause,
No,
I think about everything.
I said if I could put all 4 of you together,
You
I
guys-
have one
You
good
would
tech.
have this amazing.
I have one good tech. You're great with speaking to people. You're very detailed. Tony's probably the most tech savvy out of all of you guys. He knows programming the most, I would say.
He does.
Mike
He's
is a
gonna
little
train
bit
me.
of everybody, and then Tim is a wire beast. I mean,
He is.
he
I
just
swear to God,
works.
that guy.
That guy will just work.
Except for grounded, it's like he just dropped the ball. On that one.
Which is a shame because I was like, what just happened here?
He's just picking on.
He dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
Like,
Well,
everything is always
well,
Tim's
he
fault.
You're gonna
was
have to
watching-
have him on here to be like, Tim, I don't understand how you can do it perfectly every single time, and then maybe I just rubbed off on him.
I was going to say he's probably watching you in your panic attack. Circling
I-
around,
I
and
know.
he was like, okay, can we just start?
Yeah, he's-
I
I'm
feel
ready to
like,
start running wire.
honestly, and I'm going to be really
Walls.
truthful on this. I honestly think I went into it more optimistic than he did. Because
Really?
he saw it
It's
because
'cause
I
he
didn't
never
see
saw
it.
it
Because
before.
I didn't see it.
Well,
So I
if you
was
don't
like-
see it,
I
yeah,
was like,
it
no, we got this. No, but I stayed optimistic through the whole thing. It was a very difficult. Like when I say it's one of the hardest wire runs we have done in a while, and that was because we did have to cut 12 holes, and they were very strategic holes. And I guarantee you could send most people in there, and they'd had to cut like 30. So what we did with what we had was pretty good, but it was big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of what we were able to get accomplished there because that place is old.
I do
Yeah, it
like,
is.
I do like cutting holes.
I don't like. I absolutely hate
not
cutting
straight holes, but yeah, I know you like cutting
A hole's a hole.
Here's the thing: if you keep the drywall patch, it doesn't matter.
In the dark, a hole's a hole. You know.
Yeah.
All right, that's a beep out blooper reel, but
Everybody looks quiet, right?
but
We're not gonna make this obvious.
But no, yes, all four of you make collectively, like I like to say, me. So
no, I mean Tim. What I love about Tim is he's so confident with electric. It's not that I
Agreed.
don't like electric like Tim.
We'll touch
Yeah.
the live
He'll
circuit.
touch a live circuit. I'm like, no,
that's what I just said. It's
I
he
won't do
makes me. I don't care about electric. I will.
No, well,
I will.
that's an
do electric.
electrician thing. That he
That-
just.
I'm not
it's-
an electrician. I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I do live wire.
You just like getting.
No,
a
I
shot.
just
don't.
get the job done.
No,
Like,
that's crazy.
My
I'll get
way.
it done. I'm just gonna turn off the
I-
breaker.
my-
I love my kids.
You're not gonna, the likelihood
you
of you
say that
dying.
one time, and then you're like, "Well, shit, nobody told me he was freaking had high cholesterol. and he's gonna have a heart attack."
So you should have the same fear of 70 volt because that's pretty much the same concept.
I don't work on a 70 volt system live. You're supposed to have that off.
You
You can
mean-
fry the amp.
Just take his man card.
You don't
Just take his man
You
card
don't. You don't
already
hook
at
up
this point.
speakers without undoing the amp.
My amp is the correct way to do it.
You always power off every amp before you
I
turn
power
on
off the
speakers.
amp before I touch those speakers. Yeah,
I want to call baloney.
maybe not in the past, but that is that.
Starting today.
no, it's been like that for a while now because now we're working with equipment that I can't just say, "Oh, I burnt this up. Let me go back to the store and get it."
Agreed.
Now I'm working with equipment that might be like $3,000-$4,000 versus $100. So no, I'm a lot more careful because working for Best Buy for so long, it's
True.
that corporation.
You're like, it dies,
and
it
their
doesn't matter. I'll go get
pockets
another
are
one.
deep.
Yeah. Because it was also like, yeah, I'll just throw that TV. in.
Terry
If it breaks, I'll
has
get a new
women
TV.
jeans with the fake pockets.
Yeah.
He's got this
Yeah.
really.
It's amazing that you guys say that, but yet there's some money tree that's
I'm just-
growing
look,
somewhere
look,
that I
know there is no money tree.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I'm a bit more careful, and that's just me looking out.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm still gonna disconnect the speaker.
just do it. Yeah, go for it.
Sometimes I do. I mean, look, if it's a real extensive thing and you can't, but always if it's simple, just to power down, power down.
But get back to the point as electric's electric. Unless you're dealing with like 220, then yes, that's
got
different.
Yeah, no,
by one of
120 is enough to get hit by that. I don't
I
want to
did
be hit by.
this. We did a
120 is just a
school.
nice little it's a pick me up.
Nope.
Like it's a
It makes your
100
hand feel a little funny.
120 can lock you. I don't want it.
That's if you're holding
Yeah,
both ends.
yeah, you're
don't
like-
ever do that.
I don't want it now.
Well,
I
funny
wouldn't think
enough, as a kid, when I remember one time I went behind a desk to try to unhook the computer,
Oh, gosh.
and my finger got
Reached
stuck
in
it
and
got
touched the
stuck-
prong?
prongs,
Oh.
and I got stuck between the prong, and I'm sitting there like,
My biggest fear is when we're plugging TVs in like behind and I'm
Yep.
like reaching blindly.
Yep.
Great.
Oh, and just slipping.
New fear unlocked. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
that
No, yeah,
happened.
it got,
Come in and
you know
touch
how
the
the
prong?
plugs are so
Yeah.
close to desk, right? So it wouldn't come out all the way, and I was just, I almost wasn't here today because of that. That was a scary thing.
It can happen. It's,
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to
I
electrocute
wish
myself.
I
any
would
other
have
way.
saw small Terry getting
Yeah.
electrocuted.
Why he doesn't have hair.
That could be. It
was
could
the
be.
start.
That was.
And that's why I'm going thinner.
Yeah.
I keep getting shocked with all this electricity.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
I've seen you work on many alive circuits.
Yeah,
and
I've gotten hit.
I've
After
seen
the
him.
third hit at a house, I'm like, I'm done. I
I've
can't
seen
do
You
it.
you-
remind me of that one comic relief person that like gets shot. And you're like, yeah, all right.
In fact,
By the third time, I'm like, damn it, I'm done with this.
remember the Wells Fargo exec we did with it was like an 11 point. It was what was it, 11.42 or whatever what it was, that massive job we did. It was it was that huge mansion. Nobody lived in it. It was
Oh,
barely any
yes,
furniture. And we
yes.
did that crazy ass, what was a black diamond screen
Yes.
that came in like whole. And was that Steve that was using the metal linemans on the live line? Triangle. So we would it was a Leatherman.
Leatherman,
we always
yep.
carried Leatherman because you had a tool on you no matter what you ever needed to do. But this other guy would work on live electric with this Leatherman. It was like an
All
all
metal.
metal Leatherman. There's no plastic on this Leatherman.
Oh, so he would.
Oh, he would shock himself all the time. And
Yeah.
he used to be an apprentice, an electrician apprentice.
Yeah.
In fact, he's trying to go back to doing that. But it's like
They don't make a lot.
No, they don't.
don't.
They don't.
I was talking to Tim about that. He was like, this is not, that money was not there.
You might want to bleep this.
No. We won't bring up that person. But yeah, no, yeah.
He doesn't
But-
want. Yeah, you don't want to read my lips saying top
No,
notch.
yeah. Just said it again.
What?
They're gonna be like, he's just cussing a lot.
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
I like those guys though. Every time we go, they're nice guys.
No, they are.
No,
They're a
I
good
like
group of guys
I
over there.
have-
The old dude, I like the old dude. I can't remember his name.
Mike.
Mike. That's
Mike
right.
is a good guy. Yeah.
Is that the ones that did Stevenson's
basement?
Keston's
Oh, the in-laws.
in-laws basement?
No. They did the outlets upstairs, but they didn't do the
Gotcha. The ones in the
downstairs.
basement.
No, yeah, that was a different electrical company. You probably met them at. They were at Robinson's. That's the one you might be thinking about.
Okay.
The guys that were wiring the basement.
Oh,
there.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
But those were
was
new
the
guys.
older guy there?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike. Oh, yeah, he's-
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Oh,
had,
Bayside,
yeah.
Bayside, which he might end up doing anyway.
Having us finish.
Yeah,
Classic.
Oh, really? Because what it
you could say like
A different
a
company.
phone company,
Yeah,
a phone
no.
AV, a
yeah,
stylophone.
I'll
A xylophone. An old musical instrument player.
yeah,
a phonograph.
yeah, phonograph. Yeah, something that sounds like like that.
A record
phonograph.
player from a long time ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
Local record player
from a long
A
time ago.
local
Company.
record player company.
has horrible wiring.
No, I don't know that they have, but I blew my
They do.
mind because then you talk to people about how that company charges, like most of their jobs like average like $30,000 for a job, and then if that's what I was getting for $30,000, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Right.
I'd expect a damn outlet to be installed
Well,
at that point.
that's the crazy part, right? So my problem is people come to us and it's like they hear so good about us that it's almost expected, and it's like the smallest thing sometimes can be like the biggest
Detrimental
problem.
to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're like, what? And I'm like, what? I've seen I've even gone into jobs and I've seen how that work was, and you thought it was excellent,
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
and
Yeah.
and it's crazy.
It is really annoying when you go
Yeah.
behind and they're like, I didn't even touch that. And
Yeah.
they're like, well,
Oh.
this looks like shit. And you're like, I didn't touch that.
Yeah, no, that's actually probably my biggest pain point as a AV company, because as soon as we leave a job, it could be a telephone, it could be a printer, it could be a light outlet in the closet upstairs, it could be plumbing. I've
the
had calls
whole
from plumbing.
rack gets
Yeah.
reconfigured.
Well, no, it's
No,
no.
something
I'm saying
else happened
something
that
that
was a fluke,
happened.
and they think
Oh,
it was us.
it's us every time.
My biggest pet peeve about it is we finish this rack. This rack looks beautiful, and somebody comes in, throws something in it. It doesn't matter what.
Oh.
I
Oh,
thought
Trying
like,
to cast coming in, trying to
no, but even a plumber run a
Switch
pipe
on.
through it or something stupid. It's like why did
No,
you even
yeah.
touch this? Like why
100%.
did you have to do this?
That's a whole different pet peeve. My pet peeve, I've literally gotten a call from a customer that said their toilet stopped working after.
Oh
we were
wait.
there.
What about that one company?
I did turn off all the water.
you remember the company that we were doing the install at, and they came in like we were done. By the way, they're done. They're playing with the television. Pictionary, mind you, in a company in a break room or their meeting room. They're all playing Pictionary on this new touchscreen TV we put in, and they're eating. And the owner comes over to me and says, "I think something's burning."
Oh yes.
I'm like,
Yes,
"What are you talking
I know
about?"
you're talking about.
You guys just installed this. Something's burning. Somebody was cooking something in a toaster oven. It was like toast. I was like, are you, this one, he actually thought that his TV
100%.
was on fire. And I'm like, are you having a stroke?
I'm like,
I having a
that's
stroke.
toast, buddy.
I'm going down.
Yeah,
No, it was toast. It was literally somebody was burning some food they were cooking.
And that's
Yeah.
what
That
it
they
is.
were all eating in this big room playing Pictionary.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering why we don't play Pictionary. Full circle. Pictionary.
Okay, that'll be on our next.
That's the next one.
Listen, I will do that over going out to eat all day long.
No.
That sounds a lot
No,
cheaper.
no. Look,
I'm all for
I
it.
mean, beers
Sign
and
me up.
hey,
Pictionary
hold on.
is fine
First
with
off,
me.
when you took us out the other night, we didn't have to go there. We could have went someplace like the Audubon or something. That would have been a lot more fun.
You know, funny enough, there's a scarring story of that. About 5 years ago, I went. That was our Christmas holiday thing.
I think I heard about this.
Yeah.
Nobody came.
Nobody. I paid prepaid.
Oh,
for
I've been
it.
pissed.
Oh, I was.
I'd have come.
Yeah.
I would have went.
I
You
Twice.
should have told me.
Well, I didn't know you then.
I would have showed up and
No,
raised
no.
70 cards.
So I think you told me this because I was like, man, we should do Audubon. He's like, well, let me tell you a story. And then I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't bring that up. But no.
So then you did today.
Why would,
Yeah.
why, I forgot about that. But
Hot topic.
that sucks because that
Yeah.
place is supposed to be amazing. And I'm a huge go-kart
It was
fan.
fun.
we still. So we did it with Top Notch. We partnered together on our Christmas party, so it still was good. But I had to pay $1,800
For one guy. Top Notch had like 10 guys.
Yeah. Well, the whole idea was we were supposed to compete. Like we were gonna make it like a competition between our
would've been fun.
guys.
We would have won.
Yeah.
But
Now
I
we
mean,
would've won.
my wife and my son and my daughter were
They
there.
screwed it up for you.
No, it was a great time. It was a great time.
We didn't. We
me
didn't
and my
win.
son could drive.
I don't know. Well, I'm just telling you. I don't know if you saw the trophy in my office or not. Have you ever seen the trophy?
No.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
yeah.
that from the auto? Is that
Did you
guys
go
won?
out and buy that and get it for yourself?
No, I am a master driver. I'm just telling you right now.
Okay.
You haven't seen me. You know what? You
That's
haven't
all
seen me.
race. It's
So
race
okay,
time.
let's do it.
When's the next time? Hold on. When's the next time you're going to be down the ocean? You're gonna. Oh, you won't be down there because I'm going down the 12th through the 15th.
We're not racing.
I was going to say, come
No,
on,
no.
Jolly
come on
Rogers.
down.
Yeah, Jolly Rogers is not
Oh
what
no,
it
no,
used to be.
it is lame. It is lame.
It used to be. I remember
Audubon's where it's at.
when I was in high school and I went to senior week and I flipped a go kart.
Their carts.
I
It
flipped
is.
a go kart.
Their carts. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So no, the one we'll do an Autobahn. That's fine.
I will do, yeah.
And if you guys don't show up,
Oh no,
you
I'm
know.
I'll
there.
be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there with-
If you know me, I'll be there 10 minutes early, waiting for everybody else to show up.
Well, yeah, Tony will show up about 15 minutes
I'll
late.
be there.
15 minutes
I'll
late.
be there.
I'll be there early, reassuring you he's
No.
coming.
Okay. So,
Just give it like 3 more minutes.
but it has to be an interesting wager. Like, so think of a wager. It has to be
I
worthwhile.
hate
Okay.
betting.
Like,
I'm
let-
not a betting man.
I
I
love
mean,
betting.
listen, it's not money. You could just say a
Yeah, I know.
day's free work, or
I knew that
hold
was going
on,
there.
or you get a free day of work. Pay.
You're crazy.
Uh,
I'll think of something.
Yeah.
I want it to be. I want it to be more.
Yeah, no, that,
I might do something like somebody's going to mow someone else's grass, but I want it like I'm just mow. I want it weed whacked. I want it nice.
I mean,
That's a good one too.
okay.
They,
But how are you gonna like? So that see the difference.
Whoever loses has to cut the other one's grass.
But then so everyone would lose. So,
well,
that's what I'm
no. I
saying.
mean,
So I guess the whole
someone's
crew.
doing everyone's
So
laundry.
whoever. Okay. All right. No. Yeah, that's a good idea. You
hold
can
on.
do that.
We can
So
figure this out. We can do
every-
friendly wagers between individuals.
No, yeah, no. You could do it that way. So whoever doesn't get in first place, you guys collectively. All right. I'm just gonna already tell you what you're gonna do because you're gonna lose. All three of you.
Yeah. Hold on.
Can-
Well, we got to do this in short shorts. If we're doing it for Terry, we're short shorts.
Yeah.
I want
I don't care how you do it. I just want you to cut my
He
grass.
just wants the grass done.
I know, but I
yes,
want all the neighbors
edging.
to think
I
again
want
about Terry.
edging, right? Not edging like the
Why are you setting
millennials.
this up, dude?
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
all grass work.
No.
Tony can edge you.
Yeah, no. I'm good. We're gonna bleep that out. No, but the I want it all. I want. Yeah.
You do want it all. Tony
give
will give it all to
Give
you.
me it all. No.
No,
But,
you know what?
edging-
I'm
look,
down for that.
100%.
What
100%.
other than edging and mowing is there?
What's that?
Blow-
No, you got
blowing the
edge,
cutting.
mow,
Blowing.
weed
You gotta
whack,
blow.
Blow cuttings and edging.
Blow.
No, I think that edging, weed whacking, blowing, just weed whacking, edging is kind of the same thing.
Well,
Do
blow.
you mulch your lawn or do you bag
You
it?
only.
No, I just cut it.
Well, I
don't-
can
don't-
tell you,
yeah,
whoever's
mulching.
cutting my lawn, there's like 2 spots you'll have to rake, and then just
Oh,
got-
weed eating. Weed
and
eating.
kind of back that up.
That's right.
Yeah,
weed
weed
eating.
whacking.
Oh, you mean yes? I thought you
Edging-
meant like pulling weeds. I'm like, no, I
No,
I quit
weed,
now.
weed whacker, but and
Sure.
edging kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah,
So
I think I'm down for that.
I don't have a yard to do, but sure, why not?
Well, yeah, see, that's the only problem. Maybe yours could be a car wash.
yeah, well, we can
Ooh,
do
we
that.
can wash your car.
You want to know the last time I washed my car?
That's
hello.
even more interesting.
Yeah, that's
Why-
even
you
more
want to know?
No, because then I probably would
How old
back
is my
out
car?
of the, I'd probably back out of
How
this
old
deal.
is my car?
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. It's
Fine, you guys can work. Not the inside. The inside's clean. You don't even have to touch it. But the outside, I haven't cleaned or waxed that car since the day I bought it.
I think your car would have to be cleaned, waxed, and then
same can be
tires
said
cleaned.
for Mike too as well.
Yeah, because Mike doesn't have a yard, so Mike could get his car detailed, the outside detailed.
Yeah.
Clean,
Okay.
so
Done.
clean, waxed, and now we just need to get a race going.
I'll set it up.
Okay.
Do you have? Is this place you have to get a license first? You have to qualify first there.
Nah, you
You pay for a license.
yeah, you,
Okay.
you sign up there and do it. But
But I
it's
haven't.
they
But
go pretty
don't
fast.
they have a qualifying thing to see where you rank or no, or see where
You
you?
do.
You
rank?
race against your own time.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they let each person. You're not really racing the person. You're,
You're
racing,
racing a
for time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it.
So
makes it
they
fun.
don't have any multi-cart racing there.
You do.
No,
You're
you do.
all on the track at the same time,
Okay,
but you
okay. They
race your
they
time.
stagger you.
Kinda. You
Sometimes
still
not really.
pass people.
Oh, okay, you
Like
can still pass.
I was passing people, but
You can draft all that stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
And 50 mile per hour. They go.
What?
They
Yeah.
move. They
They
move.
move.
Holy.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's no straight along
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
enough
yeah.
to get.
Well,
up
the
to
year
50
I
like
went,
that.
I
You
paid,
have to use brake at this place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I paid the guy $100 because they have the limiter. So I was like,
Oh, you unlock the limiter.
I said, do not slow us down. So we were flying. I mean, we were.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So
I just want to ride a nice.
I didn't know they
go-kart.
had limiters on them.
Yeah, they all have limiters.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
them.
So
Those jerks.
Yeah, those things they can turn them off. So when you're on your last lap, when you get to the
They
certain
just
point,
shut it
they
down,
shut
yeah.
it down. So you
Well,
go down to slow mode and you have to pull.
But
in.
this past time when we went because we did go, there's a go kart place right next to my beach house. But it's
I know which
electric.
one. Yeah, I know which
it's
one you're talking
electric
about.
carts. But
They're the best.
my daughter's tire popped. And
Oh, shit.
yeah, so she was driving and she's like, so
Does she keep it straight?
yeah, I mean,
There she goes. That's
yeah,
a good
I mean,
driver.
it wasn't like a fly off tire, but it was enough that it was like
Into the barriers.
Yeah, so
Like Roshan.
no, but she got in an accident too. But no, I take my racing serious.
I do too.
That was
I don't mess around.
That was actually one of my dream jobs. Like
What, working at a go-karts?
No, not working
Being
at
a
a
racer?
go-kart. That was
I-
not my dream job.
That'd be my dream job. Are you
My
kidding
dream
me?
job is wiping out those seats.
No,
Free cart
I
rides
wanted
and working
to
at
be
a pizza place.
a race car driver is what I wanted to be.
You know,
Jerry, is that you?
Jerry.
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 Hollowell?
He's a race car driver. You'll get it later. Primus? Jerry's a race car driver.
Can we do crickets at
Yeah.
this point?
Yeah, dude, hit the cricket button.
I figured you of all people would know Primus. Anyway.
You mean the band?
Yeah.
I
No,
do know-
no, the cereal.
What? How are we in bands now
I don't
versus
know how
race
we
car
went to
drivers?
brands
I'm
from Jerry.
confused.
Because you said I'm a race car. I always want to be a race car driver. Jerry was a race car driver.
Is that a song
Yeah,
by
it's
Primus?
from Primus.
Okay.
All right,
He
move
acts like I
on.
know titles.
I don't know.
This is where you go, boo.
I know.
Just take us all
Is it
to
still
an
raining?
F1 race.
All right. So we got to start
In
wrapping
Texas.
up
Hey,
here.
is
All right, guys. Well, we're getting up to our wrap up. We appreciate you guys listening to this. Hopefully, this turns out to something big. I truly enjoyed.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I
it was fun.
like taking the time to talk with you guys. We have fun on job sites, so to bring it here and actually be a little bit more lighthearted, I think it was cool. You as the audience, we look for your feedback. If there's something you want to learn, something how to, or for us to highlight more, or if you want to see a certain company highlighted, or if you know somebody that wants to be highlighted, please reach out to us. Let us know. We'd love to interview. Hopefully, we're going to switch it up a little bit with different people, maybe add other technicians, other people within the company in this. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, press subscribe and click
like
the
it.
like button.
Yeah.
If you're on
Comment.
Spotify, add it to your channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, add it to your favorites. If you're watching on Kick, which is another one I want to send it, subscribe to
Do
that
you
as well.
have all these?
I do. I have a Kick account. I have a Twitch.
I don't know. Half of these I didn't heard of.
yeah.
I don't have any social
Yeah, so
media.
to Twitch, I have
I'm
a
one of those
YouTube.
odd ones.
LinkedIn, like it. Facebook, like it. Love
Yeah.
it. Heart
Comments.
it. Instagram, heart it. Share it. Please share. So we're looking for your feedback. This is something new for us. Like I said, I thought it was a cool idea. Everybody kind of agreed on it.
Yeah.
I think this is it's a good way to talk, just get ourselves out there, get a little bit more realism of see what we do. I've always said we should have a reality TV show because the things we see and the things we do and the arguments. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Arguments on jobs. I've had my fair share of arguments on
Real
jobs.
Housewives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
it is.
Elite Home
Elite
Entertainment.
Yes, I mean we've had them, and we're good at hiding them. At most times, sometimes
Yeah.
we have to look around. And,
Bunch of
yeah.
divas.
Yeah, we are a bunch of divas. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're not watching and you're just listening to it through a streaming platform,
Then you better get on YouTube and start watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
get to
actually
see
a
our
good
pretty
idea.
faces. Mine mainly, but so
Always. That's why I come to work. That's why I come to work.
yeah, I know. And that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
Anything-
everybody for listening and enjoying our show.
Yeah.
And more stories to come if you guys tune in.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. And like we said, Elite Home Entertainment, live smarter.